Okay, we're going to talk about the medical marijuana use. We got here on the phone with Mr. Barnes in Westminster, Colorado, where licensing for medical marijuana use is permissible. And I have Miss Olson in California, where licensing is permissible for use of medical marijuana. Now, both of these individuals hold a prescription/license to cultivate and consume cannabis for medical reasons. Michelle, can you give me a little bit of background on why you're using it and how you were able to get the license or prescription for it?
Yes, I use it to treat post-traumatic stress disorder and for ADD. I've had ongoing struggle with ADD all my life, and then a very traumatic issue occurred a few years back with police, involving the police, and I find it helps me relieve the anxiety symptoms.
Okay.
And, okay, sorry.
Yeah, that's understandable. So it helps treat anxiety?
Yes, in my case.
Okay, and John, what reasons were you able to get a prescription?
I've got a disease in my back, in the vertebrae in my back. The cartilage isn't replenishing itself anymore, and it's multi-level, where it's bone on bone. And when I move, it pinches the nerves in my back, and regular drugs get you too messed up, whereas the pot just kind of slows me down some, and it helps me maintain a smoother level. I'm not up trying to run around and do stuff as much as I would be normally, because I'm pretty much of a go-getter.
Well, we know that certain presidents in the past have used cannabis. George Washington used it. Jefferson actually grew it, manufactured it. Lincoln used it. Bill Clinton used it. Obama used it, and also Jimmy Carter and President Kennedy have known to use it in the while in office in White House. So, and there's a few other presidents that have used it. So it's not, in my opinion, it's not a taboo. It's not something, like methamphetamines where it's artificially manufactured and destroys the body. It's something that is natural. And with that said, Michelle, do you ever feel like when you use it that you become angry or hostile or violent, or do you feel intoxicated like somebody would on alcohol? Any of those effects, do you experience those?
No, but I also know that there are two different strains that they cultivate. One is the indica strain, and two is the sativa strain. Indica is the type that they would use to alleviate the pain, such as in Mr. Barnes' case. I use the sativa strain, which helps alleviate symptoms of depression and anxiety. It helps me sort of become more productive and organized. But with as far as being angry when I use it, no. I think it's the opposite. Is if I'm not using it, I tend to be more angry and edgy.
Okay, John, do you experience any symptoms such as intoxication that's similar to alcohol, or do you feel angry? Do you feel like you want to pick up a gun and go shoot somebody? Anything like that?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
It does mellow you out to a degree, and I do smoke the sativa as well if I have things to do, because the indica, like she said, it's a pain remedy, but it pretty much takes it out of you and makes you to where you're not very motivated. And sometimes the sativa, it helps with the pain still, but as well, it doesn't take it completely out of me, where I still have some inner motivation and I can get stuff done.
Okay. And how does that compare to alcohol?
Oh, heck. I used to drink for years and years, and I was pretty rotten on it. You know the old saying about instant whatever. It did that to me quite a bit. I was pretty cranky when I drank, and loud, and I'm so happy that I'm away from that. I don't want anything to do with drunks. I'm so thankful that I don't drink anymore.
Okay, so obviously the effects of alcohol are more severe as opposed to somebody who's
They're terrible.
yeah. Because I mean, from what I've investigated and known, that people who smoke cannabis usually are not in a. It's hard to get angry when they're high. They're usually in a good mood.
Yep.
Or
Yes, I would agree. Also, alcohol intensify your behavior. So if you're angry, you're going to already be even more angry after you've consumed alcohol.
okay.
Yes.
And we do know that tobacco causes chronic health problems. The tobacco companies actually add chemicals into the tobacco for the purpose of making it burn better and to increase the addiction levels. We know that there's scientific studies showing that the addiction strength is almost comparable as heroin, where between alcohol, tobacco, and cannabis has the lowest rate of addiction, which is less than 10%. So as far as the municipal uses, I think the evidence shows that it can be prescribed for those purposes, and I do think that, I know a lot of people would either concur or completely disagree, but I believe that the federal government should allow the states to decide whether or not the states want to use cannabis for whatever reason that they choose to use. So with that said, I appreciate speaking with you folks, and we'll look forward to doing further updates on this story, and maybe getting some other people roped in and involved too. So thank you very much.
Thank you.